from the Sanford International, actually live from my vehicle outside the Sanford International today. Actually, the last 2 days and all this weekend. My drywall compadre Sean Bowen and myself are going to be out here at the Sanford International providing security as we have done for the last 3 years. This is our 4th year out here, and we're walking with the senior PGA players. Now, our responsibility out here is pretty interesting. We get to walk with a couple of the players that require a little bit more security. Now, probably one of the most popular players out here is Mr. John Daly, and John Daly is a popular one because, well, I'll give you an example. The other day they had a little long drive contest and a little scramble that they were playing. Not a scramble, no, it was a skins game that they were playing. They had a long drive contest, and the longest drive before John walked up there was 375 yards. Now, a 375-yard drive is no joke, but John stepped up there and hit a 396-yard drive. He outdrove the closest competitor by 20 yards, and the requirement was, of course, that it was in the fairway. Anyway, John Daly, impressive player. We've got Captain Steve Stricker out here, captain of the Ryder Cup team. He won the Sanford International the first year. We got Miguel Angel Jimenez out here. Again, he's a very, very interesting player. He won the Sanford International last year. Rocco Mediates out here. He won it the third year, I believe, or no, the second year, I believe. So we've got all the winners out here. We have Hall of Famers out here, Hall of Fame golfers out here, which is fantastic. But this is something that we do for the kids. In other words, Sean and I, representing GPAC, the drywall department, we do this volunteer work, not only because it's fun, it's great for our community of Sioux Falls, but there's a lot of money that goes to the Sanford Children's Hospitals. And so it's been pretty exciting. It's been a great opportunity. But I wanted to come on this morning, Friday. I haven't been broadcasting for the last couple of days. I wanted to come on this morning and say that even though we're out here at the International, we still have availability to have conversations with candidates and companies. But better yet, we have a team back home at the office that's really supporting us being out here. What that means is that members of our team are still out recruiting on the needs that we have, the greatest needs that we have. But I want to give a little bit of air support here, so to speak. We still have huge opportunities in the San Francisco Bay Area. I need to hire one estimator, one project manager, and one project engineer immediately and right away. I mean, I was talking to my company owner yesterday, and he said, I need a project engineer like yesterday. We need to hire somebody. So if you are currently like an APM or a superintendent or a person that's fresh out of school and wants to work for a fantastic company with great benefits, great long-term employment, they promote from within. If you want to work for a company like that really has all the things that you're looking for in a company, I tell you what, you need to give me a call today. I'll make sure that one of my team members is able to talk to you. My number is 605-277-3729. I need to see a resume. I can't really do anything without a resume. So if you don't have a resume, put one together. The other thing is if you're like an APM, assistant PM, and you're working for one of these big companies out there and you're not moving up quick enough, you want to be a PM, you want to start running your project solo. Another good opportunity for you to do that. That's what they're looking for. If you're a young estimator, if you're an estimator that's got a couple years worth of experience, 1 year worth of experience, and you want to again start doing some bigger projects and grow within a great company, you want to give me a call today, 605-277-3729. Same with being a project manager. Requirements are the same: on-screen takeoff, quick bid, drywall, metal stud framing projects. Again, for the APM, you don't need to have the drywall, metal stud framing projects. You just need to have construction experience. and an attitude of wanting to, be part of a subcontractor, a great subcontractor with steady work. That's, we just need it. We just need a good attitude. But what we need for like a PM or a estimator, is we do need that experience, specific to drywall. So you have that. I want to hear from you. Um, last but not least, just want to let you know, just want to give a shout out to, a couple of people out there that we've got, this week. We've been able to place a couple people out there, and I want to let you know that there is an urgency in the hiring process right now that I've not seen, in many years. And what I mean by that is that the opportunity right now, don't sit around and be in a miserable job. Don't sit around and be in a job where you're not feeling respected, where you're not feeling, the love, so to speak. I'm telling you right now, strike while the iron is hot. The money's going to be right. The interview process is going to be fast. You're going to have the opportunity to have a great culture shift for you and your family. So let me help you, get there. John Chisholm, 605-277-3729. I'm your drywall, metal stud framing, specialty contracting, commercial painting, HVAC, electrical. I am roofing, civil. If you have any of that experience in any of those areas, I want to hear from you today. We hire all across North America. Now, we don't mess around with Europe. We don't mess around with India. We don't mess around with, China or, Africa or the rest of the world, Asia, Philippines. We're not in those countries yet. We might get there someday, but we are the number one commercial specialty contracting recruiting firm all across North America. We hire for permanent placement. We don't do a whole heck of a lot of remote hiring, to be honest with you. Our companies want to hire people that are local to the market. Some of them will look at relocators, but they want to hire someone that's local to the market, or someone that has a reason to be within, the area, that they are within the area that they are located in, generally speaking. But they will look at relocators as well. So if you're right now in the United States or in Canada, or anywhere, any of the provinces in Canada, any place in the United States, you're currently there. Ideally, you're in the area in which you want to search for a new job. But if you are relocating, you need to have a good reason to be there, whether it be family, whether you've done work there before, and you've got local contacts. That's ideal. Drywall, if it's a drywall experience, you've got to have the proper software, on-screen takeoff, quick bid. If you are looking in the paint, there's more software experience, but that is key, especially if you're a project manager or estimator. You need to have that software, on-screen takeoff, quick bid, PlanSwift, Edge. These are all examples of what kind of software you need to have. And you need to have, if you're going to get paid, you need to have specific experience in, at a subcontractor. I talk to general contractors all the time, and of course, they, generally speaking, they don't want to go to subcontracting. They feel like that's a backward step. I love the subcontracting arena, but my point being that they say, "Oh yeah, I've got, drywall experience. That's part of the 36 scopes that I work on in a ground up in a ground up building." And I'm, it's just like, no, it's not that. The drywall specialty, the Division 9 specialties, dealing with, studs, dealing with frames, dealing with corners, dealing with joints, dealing with, and then the drywall and the screws and the cost per square foot, and the pricing of the labor, etc. It's a very meticulous, thing to be an estimator. It's a very meticulous thing to do RFIs and change orders using software, and you need to know these things. So please don't call me up and tell me, oh yeah, I'm a project manager for an IT company, or I'm a project manager for a general contracting firm, and I can do drywall. No, I'm sorry, you can't, unless you've been in drywall. Unless you have some experience in drywall, you're just simply not going to be able to do what you want to do. So I'm looking for people specific experience in drywall. And again, unless you are young in your career, you got a couple years in, you're in construction, you want to try out that specialty trade. San Francisco, I need a project engineer. District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., east side of Washington, D.C., in the just outside the Beltway. I'm looking for a purchasing manager, someone that's interested in the purchasing area, someone that's done commercial construction. I don't care if it's drywall. It can be someone that's done commercial construction. Please give me a call today. Again, I'm here at the Sanford International. I'm sitting outside in my truck right now. I want to get a live feed out there today. But I want to let you know that my people are on the case. I've got assistants. I've got people on my team. So if you send me resumes, I'll make sure they get in the right hands. If you are calling because you're a company that's in need of help in that area, we recruit. We really don't recruit foremen. We don't do a whole heck of a lot of that, but we recruit superintendents to CEOs, CXOs, CFOs. We do accountants, controllers. If you need help with office managers, if you need help with your finance team, any one of the roles that you have, top to bottom, that's keeping you up at night, that's kind of not allowing you to grow to the place you want to be, you give me a call, 605-277-3729. Now, I may not personally be able to talk to you today, but a member of my team is going to be there to help me out. So let's go Captain Stricker. Let's go JD. We're Johnny Daly, Fred Couples. Love to see Fred Couples win. I'd love to. We got Jim Furyk out here. Maybe we'll have a repeat winner. Maybe we'll have Miguel Angel Jimenez out here today on the golf course. It's going to be about 20 to 25 mile an hour wind. It's kind of quiet this morning. People that are teeing off this morning are going to be very, very fortunate. But I love watching these guys. They're all very, very excited to be here. They love Sioux Falls. And if I can give a shout out to my my community, my newfound community, my home, South Dakota is a great place to live. I was talking to a business owner in New York yesterday, and I was telling her what all the players say about South Dakota. Now, I genuinely don't think that they say this because they're just saying it because it's politically correct to say it. I think they genuinely love coming to South Dakota. They love coming to South Dakota because of I call it one of the only free states we have left. No taxes, a great business climate, small business climate, incentives for coming here and starting up your small business. Great place to raise a family, Midwestern values. Our politics, our government is leaned towards personal freedom and government responsibility. We never, ever, ever shut down during the pandemic. Our governor did not put out a mask mandate. Businesses were not shut down. Churches were not shut down. There were encouragements, let's just say, during the beginning of the pandemic where we were figuring this out, that we need to be safe, and obviously up to you as a private business, if you want them to wear masks, up to you as a private business, whether or not you want to stay open or shut down. So yes, we had high levels of COVID transmission, et cetera, but we also recovered a whole heck of a lot faster, because of personal responsibility. Hey, if you're sick, if you got a comorbidity, um, you need to stay home. And then we had our supermarkets and things like that where there's essential businesses that would have special hours for people that were a little bit older or had comorbidities, that they could come shopping in a really, really small environment. We had a few businesses that required everybody to wear masks if you wanted to go into that business, but you had that choice to go into that business or not go in that business based upon wearing masks. Um, Social distancing, of course, be responsible. And then our governor is, again, she's saying, get the vaccine if you want it, but we're not going to require you to get the vaccine. And if the federal government requires you to get the vaccine, um, we're going to sue the federal government. Um, Here's the thing: I think everybody should get the vaccine if they want it. Um, I think that um, everybody should absolutely positively get the vaccine. And if a business chooses to mandate the vaccine for their employees, that's the business's right. Absolutely, positively. If the business wants to mandate vaccines, if the business wants to do that, you can choose to work for that business or not work for that business if you don't want to get the vaccine. But when the federal government steps in, um, it no longer becomes a choice, and there's no longer that freedom. If an airline wants to choose to demand vaccines and us showing the vaccine cards, number one, I guess I'm not going to fly with that airline, but that's my choice. That's my choice. I encourage people to get vaccinated, if they want to. I encourage people to wear masks if they want to. I encourage people to stay home if they want to. I encourage people to, be safe and don't get granny or grandpa sick. Um, but I also am not going to say, you can't do this or you can't do that. And I appreciate our government here, for that kind of attitude. And South Dakota recovered so much faster than everybody else. I mean, we right now have pre-COVID-19 employment rates. We have less than 2% employment, um, in our state. We have service places that are begging for workers to come in. Like I see like our restaurants or fast food restaurants offering $500 hiring bonuses just to get people to come to work for them. That to me is amazing. Anyway, I'm rambling on now. This is a lot longer than I thought it would be. I'm rolling into My shift starts in 3 minutes. I'm rolling into the Sanford International. Hey, if you have a chance to watch it on TV, or you have a chance to come down here, if you're in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, if you have a chance to come down here, this is some of the best golf you're ever going to watch in a completely relaxed setting. Uh, we were the first professional golf tournament that allowed fans in. That was last year. Excuse me, during the pandemic. That was last year. It's a great atmosphere. It's very loose. It's very fun. And this is one of those type of tournaments that you can get real, real close to the players, and the players appreciate the fans and will, take the time to shake your hand and sign an autograph or do something like that. So anyway, have a great day today. Drywall, metal stud framing, specialty contracting. If you have a good background, good experience, you have a strong reason for wanting to leave your company, location, compensation, bonus structure, benefits, just culture, work-life balance. If you have any reason that you want to take a look at a change, give me a call today, 605-277-3729. Have a great day, man. I know I'm gonna.